Minister for Agriculture Peter David explains the direction government is going in terms of decriminalization of cannabis. The discussion began last Friday as various interest groups lend their voices to the debate.
That legislation has already been drafted, which legislation would be brought to Parliament soon for a first reading and thereafter consultations. And the legislation does outline decriminalization of a certain quantity. The starting point will be decriminalization of a small amount, and that is aimed primarily for avoiding young persons who may have a small quantity getting criminal records and therefore disrupting the academic or other career that they may have. So the first step will be decriminalization of a small amount. Secondly, there will be in the legislation a discussion on allowing cultivation of a small amount, meaning 4 trees, 5 trees. Some countries have said 4, some countries have said 3, some have said 5. We are going to go in that direction. And the third issue was the allowing of the Rastafarians in Grenada and the organizations to use cannabis as a sacramental offering. So,
government has indicated, according to him, that it has accepted the Commission's report, which is to change the status quo that cannabis being characterized as a dangerous drug cannot continue. The Agriculture Minister said that the Commission report itself indicates that each CARICOM country will do so according to its specific domestic conditions. Mr. David explained that this will be taken in strides.
First issue is the first step is to deal with criminal justice issues. That is, to ensure that we do not have our young people getting criminal records, our young people getting into all kinds of trouble because of the fact that we have cannabis, a small amount, as a criminal offense. We are going to go in the direction of changing that. The second step is to allow, not the second step, as part of the first step is also small quantities and the use by the Rastafarians. After that, we are going to address the larger issues of cultivation, medicinal use, and production of cannabis as an income-earning product for the country. I anticipate that before March, it will be. Sometime in February or early March, we should see that legislation being brought. But after the legislation is placed up for first reading, we hope that then we'll have some discussions about the legislation and then come back for second reading maybe a month after.
The Agriculture Minister spoke about what can be expected after the first reading of the proposed bill.
Prime Minister indicated, and as Minister of Agriculture, we are going to engage in some consultations on the issue. The polls have indicated, and all the information coming into the Commission has indicated, that a vast majority of Grenadians support some form of change to the status quo. Decriminalization, some of them support. Legalization, some of them support, and somewhere in between to do. In fact, in 2018, 61% of Grenadians supported it. And since 2018, there has been a drastic change in the direction of decriminalization, to the extent that the activity last week was organized by the Conference of Churches. So we are going to go in that direction. The specifics of where we go is going to be a matter resultant from the discussions we have with civil society groups, community groups, the Rastafarian organizations, etc.
Christina John, GBN News.